I mean, you
So,
repent. It's over now for you, Raj. I'm not on your side.
how many
I'm not
times?
gonna make memes about the Prophet peace be
How
upon
many
him like you used
times?
to tell
How
me
many
to do.
times? All right. So what has to happen when you start doing memes about the good old? Should I respond about the Prophet because you're Muslim now?
I'm not on
No,
Hangouts.
no, I need to
I'm not on
understand.
Hangouts.
No, because before you make memes about the gurus and stuff like that, should I show the Afghan community all the stuff that you've done?
That wasn't me. First of all, right? I know what you're trying to do. 1 minute, Jupiter. Listen, that was last year. Last year, you daft spaz.
Was it you though? Was it you though?
It wasn't me. No,
Oh,
it was Asif. It was Asif.
just I've got you actually admitting on
It was
video
Asif.
that was you, just like around 2 months ago.
Listen. I've got you
Did you
admitting you're gonna make memes about Khan and his family. So shut the fuck up, man.
So
Listen.
don't worry about
Anyway,
it.
Raj, why are you talking to me? The case is failing. The case is failing, Raj. Save the case quickly. Quickly save the case.
Let me say something about the case.
Save your
I've
case.
got a meeting with the police in around 2 or 3 days here, just on an update. So I'll find out what's going on then. Until then, they told me I'm allowed. I'll ask them. So
Why are you using your sister as bait, Raj?
As long as
Why are you using your sister as bait?
So don't worry
Why
about
are you using your sister as bait? You got no shame, have you? You doxed your own sister, Raj.
So let me just say something. We got the IP address tracked, so don't worry. We know who doxed the.
You can't get anyone's IP. It's impossible. But that's good, isn't it? Because it's not me. I can tell you that. It's not me. I swear to God. You got that IP. Good for you. Let me know who it is, because I want to shake their hand.
Oh, you want to shake their hand? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him some pakoras. Meat pakora, lamb tikka.
So the person doxed my sister is disabled. Are you going to shake that person's hand because they did that?
You know what I'm gonna do? Have you heard of Golgappe? Golgappe. Have you heard of Golgappe?
I've heard of onion bhaji noses.
Okay, Golgappe is like a poppadom, right? Are you gonna let me answer, Raj, so you can incriminate me? Let me incriminate myself, Raj.
It looks like coming out the 60s with Bobby Charlton.
Okay, but it's not worse than your mum's nose, your wrinkly mum's nose that looks like she's had a stroke.
You got a mullet here, like something out of freaking the south of America. You look like one of those hillbillies gone wrong. You're definitely a freaking Afghan retard inbred. Yeah, you're freaking
racism there, racism. Are you racism there? Or did I hear some racism? You know what, Raj? People that are calling me ugly, men who are calling me ugly, is quite homosexual, Raj. Because if a man judges another man by his looks, it's gay. You understand? If you see my wife, she's the most beautiful thing you could ever see. Beautiful green eyes, rosy cheeks. You know what I mean? And she loves me. I can look the most ugliest motherfucker and I'll still have a woman. You, Raj, you are a 46-year-old spaz who jerks off to school kids in school uniform pornography, 214 folders, and you live with your fucking spaz mom, right? You make me laugh.
You accept Afghan Shahada, M-Stacks in the chat. So
M-Stacks, what the fuck is M-Stacks? He's a Somali kid, little kid from fucking Birmingham, yeah? You don't represent the fucking Islamic community. Why should I expect him to fucking accept my Shahada, you fucking weirdo? You know what, Raj? You think this cyber world is reality. It's not reality, son. You understand? Just enjoy it while it lasts, you prick.
Does he accept your Shahada as a Muslim, does he? Does M-Stacks accept your Shahada? Because no, he doesn't. He says no, he doesn't accept your Shahada. So your Shahada is fake. Everyone can see through it.
And who the fuck is M-Stacks? You fucking idiot. You're so stupid.
Right, so do you think M-Stacks is the only one that sees through your lies? Do you think M-Stacks the only one?
Oh my God. Hey Raj, I went to a masjid, buddy. I met the imam. We spoke for nearly 2 hours, buddy. I repented. I did my shahada. I'm not going to do shahada on these spazzies fucking streams to help little fucking Somali, little jihadis and fucking land of Celts and all these other. These people are nothing in the Islamic community, buddy. They're not an imam. They're not a fucking mullah. They're not a cleric. They're not a scholar, you fucking idiot, man. You're making yourself look so fucking stupid now, Raj. Honestly, just shut up.
Did you show your mum that meme of Prophet Muhammad and Aisha? Did you show that meme?
Like I said, right, when you do your shahada, Raj, the past is clean. Just like when you do your hajj, your sins are forgiven. You're a spaz Sikh. You're not even baptized, Raj.
Did you show your imam the meme used to plaster in the back.
I did. I shown him everything. I told him I mocked the Prophet, peace be upon him. I did drawings of him. I did cartoons of him. And he said, just do your shahad and repent. And I did it. So, what's your point now? What's your point now?
I'm just asking. So you did do that though in the past?
Not on these hangouts. In my bedroom, to myself, in my little diary.
All right. So now you're saying you didn't put them in a back chat.
Oh, I didn't. No, not me. I did. I've got my little art book like you have. I'm into painting.
Okay. So in your own house, you're saying that you've done pictures mocking Prophet Muhammad and Aisha and that.
No, not necessarily mocking. I don't really know. What would it be if it's my own diary, my own book, and I've not shown it anyone? What would that be then? Would that be my private property?
Can God see it though?
I don't know. You see, that's going to happen on Judgment Day.
You believe in Allah, don't you?
On Judgment Day, if Allah...
Just because you're in your room, Allah can still see what you're doing.
Obviously, listen, Kafir. The point is, on Judgment Day, Kafir boy, on Judgment Day, Allah will judge me on what I've done, and I'm not going to answer your bloody inquiries. Who the hell are you?
If you believe in God, you wouldn't say that, because you know, drawing your prophet, even in your own room, God can still see it, and Allah can still see it. But if you're an atheist like yourself, you don't believe.
I'm not an atheist anymore, though. I'm an ex-atheist.
You still talk like an atheist.
I'm an ex-atheist, like your sister was an ex-Sikh when she married a Kafir.
You basically are saying in your own room you draw the Prophet Muhammad and Aisha and that lot.
Oh, I burnt everything. Everything's gone now. That was months ago.
In the past, though.
No, I didn't. When did I say that?
Yeah, we'll have to rewind. That's what I heard, unfortunately.
No, Raj. I'm talking about a movie I'm directing very soon called Draw the Prophet, cartoon and repent in your room. It's a movie, you dumbass.
Oh, movie, okay.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? I'm going to acting school very soon. I want to become a director.
Just so that you're doing a movie. So does it show someone drawing the Prophet in your movie?
No, what happens is in my movie is that there's a young boy. He's been harassed by a unbaptized Sikh that lives with his mom and looks like a pigeon and has a small penis. Simon, this other actress told me, who has a fake pussy called Simon Lewis from Altrincham somewhere. But anyway, and in this movie in this movie, the guy he's trying to find God, but then he becomes an atheist, and then he gets deceived by a fat Iranian guy that has a funny laugh. So, but then he woke up one day, and he drew some pictures of the Prophet, right? Peace be upon him. Allahu Akbar.
So the guy in the room, who's the guy that was manipulated, the Afghan guy, draw pictures.
Oh, he's not Afghan. He's not Afghan. He's Gujarati.
Oh, he's Gujarati.
Yes, Kancho, brother.
Just behave yourself, will you?
Let him finish. Let him dig his own hole, because the more he says, the better. Go on. Carry on. Let him talk, because I don't think he understands how much shit he's kind of putting on top of shit. Go on, carry on.
Sorry, what was? Can you repeat that again?
Okay, yeah. I just want you to, because she's telling you to stop talking. I'm saying talk more, because the more you're talking.
Oh shit! I have to cook my food now, Raj.
Okay, Karen, what happened in the movie then? So there was a Gujarati guy that was drawing the Prophet Muhammad. You're making a film about it, and then what?
And then the ending was he got diagnosed with Asperger's, and he was a Sikh all along called Raj.
Okay, all right. So when is it coming out? When is the movie coming out?
The 30th of August.
30th of August. Are you going to be playing at Speaker's Corner in front of all the Muslims?
Yes.
Okay, good. It's very interesting.
Afghan, I think something wrong with you mentally. Honestly.
Jupiter, can't you see?
Anyone with a mullet and a comb, something wrong with them. Anyone with a mullet and
Jupiter, can't you see how dumb he is?
Something wrong with them.
Can't you see how stupid he is? Can't you see the bait? The guy's trying to incriminate me, and he's making a fool of himself.
I'm not trying. You're doing it.
I don't understand why you have to go into the sort of like weird, extreme, sort of like disgusting stuff that you have done in the
What,
past.
like his sister?
Yeah, why you have to go to the level of talking about and stuff. It's
Because
just
in their Sikhism, Arab mitzvah, their holy Mecca of Sikhism, states that a Sikh woman, man, cannot marry a non-Sikh. So she's a kafir in your religion, Raj.
No,
Yeah, but
You're a
it's-
traitor. You're a traitor. Your Mecca says it. Your holy
Mecca?
Arab mitzvah says it.
Anybody can
It
marry
does. Google
anyone.
it. Okay. Let me find it. Yeah.
So if that was the case, yeah, there would be millions or thousands of Sikhs, yeah, that would be.
Okay, check it. I'll read it out now. Send the link.
So
It says
that is
because.
not the case.
Okay, can I just say my point? Because of a ruling from Aramitsa, many gurdwaras no longer permit a Sikh to marry a non-Sikh in their premises. The basis of the prohibition is that a non-Sikh does not honor the Guru Granth Sahib as a Guru, so cannot show sufficient respect to the Guru Sahib which precedes the marriage.
That's a
So you-
ceremony. Hold on. So
your sister's a kafir.
as a Sikh, that's a ceremony they can't do in the Gurdwara. It doesn't mean they can't
Says
get married.
here,
No,
they can't.
no,
They
cannot
can't.
do-
You can't marry a non-Sikh, you
cannot
dumbass.
do the
And
ceremony.
here, I've got it here from the
So when
Guardian.
So when they
The
say
Independent,
you cannot do the
British
ceremony,
Sikhs,
Gurdwara,
the
which is
British
around
Sikh
the
man, check this
time,
out, shut up 1 minute, Raj.
doesn't mean you
Raj,
cannot
1 minute. The
do
British
non-
Sikh men
If
trying
that
to
was
stop
the case,
women
yeah,
outside
the
marrying
Muslim
outside their
Sahaba,
religion.
cousins and other Sikhs wouldn't have got married. There is a particular
Okay.
ceremony that cannot be done because both of the people to do the ceremony have to be Sikh. It doesn't mean
Okay
you
then,
can't
okay
marry
then.
non-Sikhs.
Yeah. But Raj, I've got an article
You said
here.
that, don't you?
The British Sikh men trying to stop women marrying outside their religion.
And
You are
they're
poisoned by liberalism.
Those
No, they're
guys are
not. It's
Those-
against
those
your
guys-
religion, bro.
It's not
It's against
our
your
religion.
religion.
If it was
It
against
is,
our
mate. It
religion,
is, mate. You're trying to
if it
save
was
your
against our
kafir
religion,
sister.
yeah,
That's
if it
all
was
you're
against
trying
our
to do, buddy.
religion,
You're a
then there is
fake.
no way that Sikhs will be
You
marrying
can't
Anyway,
marry a non-Sikh, you dumbass, because how are you going to pass on the Sikh religion to your kids if their father's a fucking Protestant, you cunt?
You're going to see with my sister that
Why
there's
not?
no issue.
No,
She's
that's
marrying a
more about you.
non-Sikh who's actually going to be a Christian. And I know you don't understand that, you can have two different religions marrying each other and respect each other. But obviously, as an Afghan yourself, you're a kuffar, yourself. So you're
Of course
probably
you can. And what you do is you say that the child can decide for itself when it's an adult what it wants to ascribe to.
Yeah. I have to say,
It clearly says the ruling from Aramitsa, a non. Now I have to repeat this again because we got a panel of spazzes, yeah? It clearly says, right, look, let's get back to the main point here. Let's
using them
ruling from Aramitsa, many Gurdwaras, many meanings most, do not permit a Sikh to marry a non-Sikh. You dumb fucking idiots, man. Why is it that hard for you to fucking understand?
Alright, so let me explain something to you.
You're trying to turn Sikhism into fucking some LGBT bullshit, man. Sikhs don't fall for that shit, Raj. You're not even baptized yourself, man. You don't have any fucking ruling or opinion or right of play. You're self-made. Yeah, Raj, my foreskin looks like your spastic sister's head.
Your comb over. Is that true? I heard you got a foreskin that looks like a comb over. Is that true?
Right.
Raj, before you mock people's hairlines, yeah?
Is that true?
Why don't you show us your hairline? Oh, yes, you did once when you left your webcam on, remember? Big up skits for that.
Is that true?
You don't even have a hairline. You have a Buddhist monk haircut, you fucking cunt.
True that you got a foreskin like your comb over. Is that true? Because I've heard.
Oh, my foreskin's like your disabled sister's head.
You have got foreskin then.
No, my old foreskin. Actually, yeah. What we'll do is, yeah. Let me just look at my penis. Yeah, 1 minute.
No thanks.
Yeah,
Don't even.
Yeah, that's it. I just looked at my penis, and my penis head, the knob, looks like your disabled sister's face.
It took me 5 minutes to try and find your little lulla. Yeah, that's how small it is.
Yeah, no, it looks like your sister's face. You know that little spaz that's on the wheelchair.
Who did you just mention? My sister in the wheelchair. Did you say that?
No, you told us, Raj, on your live stream that your sister's a spaz with MS. This is your own words. In a wheelchair. You just said it now to me, you dumb fuck spaz. You just said, are you mocking disabled people in wheelchairs like my sister?
But the thing is, I never showed her face. So
You just said it now, you dumbass.
I never showed her face, but you described my sister's face, so you've seen my sister's
No,
face.
because I'm assuming because you're an ugly bastard. She's gonna be an ugly bastard as well.
You said earlier that you saw the sister's. All right, cool. Because I never showed my sister's
We
face.
assume
I
the
was
same
at it
for you,
blurred out.
and you're not exactly an oil painting.
Yeah, I know. It's
No, but I'm a normal person, though.
All other people are ugly. Like this guy's got
And
a
first of
mullet,
all,
yeah?
men don't need to look pretty or handsome. It's the woman that does.
Dude, you do. You look like a podgy goddamn Homer Simpson.
Yeah, Raj, you look like a Dalit.
You look like a Afghan Homer Simpson.
You look like a Dalit, Raj. You look like a Dalit. You're a low caste Dalit. That's what you are. That's why you want Rupert to fuck your brown sister, yeah? So you can be one. You could be a bit of a higher class for your next generation, isn't it, Raj?
Carry on.
Well, that's why, because you are a low caste.
All right, so if I
In
was
your
a low,
Punjabi clansmanship, you're a low class Dalit.
okay, so if I'm
And
a
like
low
Khan, I'm just
Dalit,
referencing Khan when he said that you
I'm-
married her off, whatever, to a white man because you want kids that are whiter for your next generation, so you get accepted as a higher caste in India.
Just to clarify,
You
Khan said
fucking
that.
scumbag.
Just to clarify,
How
Khan
could you
said that.
use your own sister like that as a
Just to
sex toy?
clarify, just to
You
clarify,
fucking
Khan said that.
worthless scumbag.
Just to clarify, did Khan say that? Because you put Khan's name.
I
into it.
don't
Khan
know,
said-
mate. He said
Oh,
that
right, sure.
your sister married a white guy or something because you want white children. He said it clearly. You acknowledged it. But you're trying to use me to incriminate him. Big up Khan, man. Me, Khan, TYO. We're all victims of Raj's autism.
Don't encourage it.
Yeah, with Raj, right? The thing is with Raj, you should be lucky you have Asperger's because if you get slapped up one day, right? I'm not saying I would do it. You'd be crying, I've got mental health problems, bro. I've got Asperger's. They're picking on me, Richard Inman, Vinnie Sullivan, Tommy Robinson. They're helping me, help me see community. Rajit Singh, come back to life. The Muslims are hurting us.
Just to clarify, Afghan Homer.
At least I've got an identity. At least I don't suck white dicks. At least my sister's not shagging a white guy. So I can be a bit higher on the caste system. My name is Raj. I was at an EDR rally. From the bird's eye view, it looked like a bowl of porridge, and I'm the raisin.
That's Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. That looks like you.
And Raj, your mum looks like the fucking mummy from the movie Mummy Returns, doesn't she?
Afghan. We're just gonna.
Your mum looks like she's already 6 weeks into decomposing.
Afghan Homer. What we need to understand.
Your mum looks like a fucking brown version of Simon Lord.
Afghan Homer.
Is when you suck Simon Lord's dick, does it make you feel like you're sucking your mum's boobs, Raj?
Afghan Homer. 1 minute. Afghan Homer. What we need to understand.
Yeah, 1 minute, Raju. Rajinder Singh Tatal. Why did your dad leave you, Raj?
Afghan Homer. How many?
Why did your dad leave you, Raj, and your spaz mom? Is it because he had enough of your spazism?
Afghan Homer. Yeah, Smeagol.
Why did your dad? Why do you got pictures of Halima, Raj? That's a bit weird. Why have you got pictures of people, Raj?
Smeagol. I need to know something, Smeagol.
No, I need to know. Why have you got pictures of Halima, Raj? Why have you got pictures of Muslim women with hijabs on, Raj?
My precious.
No, Raj. Why have you got pictures of Muslim women? Why, Raj? Why have you got pictures of people's sisters and whatever Muslim women, Raj? Why do you have it?
Smeagol, calm down, man. You're like the Smeagol from Lord of the Rings that wants that ring. Just put that comb over to the side. Try it on the right side instead of the left. Why don't you try it on the right side instead of the left, Afghan? Have you ever tried that? Have you ever tried the comb over the other way around?
It's just brought the tone of everything
down. Could you imagine Afghan in a wind tunnel? Could you imagine Afghan in a wind tunnel? Oh my God, what a disaster! Imagine him in a tornado. Yeah, his hair will be his freaking comb over would be like freaking. Everyone's holding on to it for dear life. One's got one hair. One's got a little bit of hair. Someone's got the back of his goddamn mullet.
His hair lacquer or something to hold it all in place.
I have to admit, yeah, it's kind of impressive how much he's managed to actually kind of comb over the hair to make it look relatively,
Yeah, Raj, listen, Raj.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It does look like
does
a
Rupert
toupee.
like hairy women, Raj?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It does look like a toupee. One of the problems is, the reason why it looks like a toupee is because when you've pied it over, you've done it so that it almost looks
Raj,
like
and you're still a spaz.
You know that. Why don't you actually?
Raj, you're still a spaz.
Would you ever think about getting a toupee?
Raj, you're still a spaz.
Honestly, would you ever think about getting a toupee?
Honestly, Raj, you're still a spaz.
Toupee would make a good thing because the comb over was.
Raj, you're still a kanjar.
Yeah? It went out of France in the 70s. And
Raj, you're still a chaiwala.
Can we do a makeover?
Raj, you're still a faggot.
Can we do your makeover?
Raj, that's how you sub it, Raj. You just come in my mind just now. Raj, why did you say it was a privilege sticking your small lulla in a fake pussy?
I would say.
What did it feel like?
I would say this, Afghan.
Did Simon Lewis scream? Simon Lewis scream with her little
Afghan
plasticine pussy.
Yeah. Now the reason why you have to get your 6'5"
Raj, you're still a spaz.
It's because you're a 5'5" midget.
Raj, I've sung you a song, Raj. I've sung you a song, Raj. So I sing you a song, Raj.
Let it go.
Raj, let me sing you a song. Let me sing you a song, Raj.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Raj. My name is Raj. I got a nose like a Jew. I sit in my room with 4 monitors. And my mom looks like the Mummy Returns. My name is Raju. They call me a pigeon. My disabled sister looks like a penguin. I'm talking about a brown penguin bar. I wanna be white. No matter how many cocks I suck, I'm still brown. I walk around London with the camera calling myself Rajinator. But I can't even clean my radiator.
No one finds you funny, man.
My name is Raj.
Now everyone knows what you look like.
My family are ugly.
Which is like an Afghan Homer Simpson.
My dad ran away from me for a bottle of Jack Daniels. And I thought bodyguards was my stepdad.
No one finds you funny no more. Now we know what you look like.
My name is Raj.
You need to retire, from.
I'm a fat little midget.
You're a fat little midget.
I suck Simon fucking Lord's cock.
Now that you know you're a fat
24 hours around the clock.
We know you're a fat little midget.
My name is Raju.
You was trying to make it out, like you were some.
I kept touching Tommy's shoulder.
You are 5'5".
I want Simon Lewis's pussy because it's bolder.
Go on, carry on.
But man, I love Tommy Robinson. Tommy was the last thing I said when he jerked in my ass. My name is Raju. I like white people. I want to make you nice tea. 2 sugars there for you, governor.
You know what, I have to say you've lost.
My name is Raju.
You've lost your gusto.
I'm 100% chaiwala. I wanted to fuck Richard Inman, but he only likes coffee. Do you like the song, Raj?
Yeah, I actually love this song. Can I get it on eBay or whatever you find it on, to Apple iTunes? It's a good tune, actually. A bit like your Como Vice, a bit out of fashion though.
All I can say is I'm walking down a road called York. I see this little Sikh boy. He looks like a monster bunch. His name is Raju. And he is a faggot. He has a nose like a maggot. He's got eyes like a fucking owl.
Afghan, you've won.
Raju has tattoo I love Tommy on his butt.
And I won.
He loves Tommy so much.
Just let him believe it.
And then we have Jupiter.
Make it
Droopy, Jupiter.
Yeah, please go on.
She's so old, she's drooping.
I beg her.
Droopy, Jupiter. She looks like a fat snow bear. More like an albino walrus. And she has her little short Nigerian husband who can do a handstand when she sucks him off. We have Jupiter. She's a humongously fat, obese woman.
Yeah.
She looks like a white Magnum chocolate ice cream.
I love myself.
Literally melting.
Is that all
Thank
done?
you, guys. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
okay.
audience.
Okay, it's all done. It's all done.
Thank you,
So,
guys.
well done. I have to say that it matches your hairstyle. Very out of date, and it's something like from the 70s. So, yeah, big up to yourself with your comb over.
Oh, he's run off now. Bye, Raju. Raju, बहुत खूबसूरत बच्चा है राजू. राजू मेरी खूबसूरत मंगरा डोल वाला है. They're not on my level. They thought, oh, Afghan is going to be doxxed and he's going to run away and hide.
Right. Can I have a decent conversation? Are you capable of a decent conversation?
Well, I was going to eat now. I'm very hungry with all this energy I've used.
How does it make you feel that you've done all that? Do you think that you look good?
Look, right, at the end of the day, Jupiter, you got to understand one thing, right? I don't mind people having my image of my face because I like you, I'm comfortable within myself. I don't care about looks and nose shapes and hairlines and rubbish, right? But when you get a picture of someone and you put it for 5 hours on the street and people are in the comment section saying, oh, we've got his picture, now we know how we're going to kill him, now we know we can identify him, then you're going to face repercussions, man. It's common sense. He doesn't understand this.
That's a bit of a lie, though, Afghan, isn't it? Because no one said, now we know how we're going to kill him. No one said
No, they
that.
said it. I've got the screenshots. No, they
didn't. Oh, what, in the side chat you're saying?
Live chat, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, you had my picture up. Look, right, you know, we have banter and fun. We have trolling. But you know what I hated about Raspect?
Afghan doing a whole show on him. I had 10 months of Raspect doing a show on me, so that's nothing new.
But that's what I'm saying to you, Jupiter. The point is, I agree with you. This is what I disliked about Raspect, is that don't take these forums and hangouts to the point so serious that you want to incite harm to that person. Understand? That's what I didn't like when Raspect did that to you and Hector and everyone. It's wrong because you are literally advertising that person to be harmed. You understand?
Yeah, to an extent.
It's wrong. It's wrong. You know what I mean? Dan never did it. We could, when we were on Dan's panel back in the day, I could have easily told Dan, display Jupiter's family's pictures, display Zabina's picture, display Raspect's picture, but we never did that. Why?
Okay.
Because someone with common sense.
Can I ask you something? Why would Dan do you? Was he under your orders?
No, I'm giving you an hypothetical example.
Yeah, I know.
Someone who didn't do it.
Told him, and he would have done it. That was interesting.
No, I'm saying hypothetically. I gave you a scenario of we could have done it. You understand? Because I could have screen shared it. He wouldn't have known because he used to go sleep, and that thing would be still running. You understand? That's what I meant in that context, not in the context that he would agree Piara, you know, before the stream.
Why did you dock yourself? Just out of interest, what made you decide to do it?
It's enough of it, man. Honestly, I've had enough of it. You know, my wife's getting pissed off, and all this shit, always on these hangouts, being a nuisance, isn't it? And I think, right, it's made me feel much better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people know what I look like now. I'm trying, for the last few months, I've been trying to reform myself in the sense that that's why I'm going vellies and have serious discussions on various issues. This trolling is just boring now. Honestly, it's boring.
Boring. But you do realise though that you are in actual danger now.
But from who though?
Well, there's a lot of people that you've upset. A lot of people.
Look, Jupiter. No one knows my history. You could believe me or not, but I've had real dangers to my life. You know what I mean? And I highly doubt. And what is the worst that will happen? Afghan Kandat, the newspaper article, Afghan Kandat was stabbed to death over a comment he made on live streams. I'll rather die. You know me, I don't want to die a new normal human's death. I want to die as a warrior. I want that knife in my stomach. I want that bullet in my head. I want to die fighting. You understand? I don't want to die with a piss pan under my bed as an old man. You understand? That's the culture I come from.
I don't really understand that because in my lifetime, I've known plenty of people that have died before their time, and I'm proud to live to old age. That every day that I live, I'm sort of like proud that I've reached that age that other people didn't reach, sadly, because they couldn't. So I think there's honor in living a long life. So it's a different perspective.
Oh, but this is the thing. Look, right? You know me. I absolutely agree. I've hurt a lot of people, and I think the majority of them I have apologized up to now, or I've never had the chance to because they're probably not forgiving themselves. But I would not respect an individual who would come to my premises or harass my family in the real world, right? Over a comment I made or I said some upsetting on a live stream when you didn't even know what I look like. That kind of person in my eyes is dishonorable, to be fair. You understand?
Well,
No
no,
one
you
should
do. Listen, a lot of people have said despicable stuff, and including myself. I'm not going to take myself out of that. But I would say that you say a lot of despicable stuff in detail. I mean, you really go into really grotesque detail. And I don't understand what you get from that. Do you enjoy that?
The thing is, right, look, you know, there's two worlds, right? I'm not being religious to you. One is the fantasy world, which is the hangouts and live streams, and one is reality. I would never say those things in reality because I know that's reality and there's consequences, there's people. I don't take anyone serious on these hangouts, on these streams.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that because you believe that online or social media is not reality.
It's fake.
Yeah. You just believe that you can get away with saying anything. But do you realize that some people actually take what you say as real life? Do you realize that?
That's the thing. They need to see a psychologist and have an assessment and evaluation done on themselves. That if they're so weak-minded that they're getting violent and impulsive over an avatar talking. Shall I tell you something, Jupiter? When I was younger, I used to go on these groups. You remember back in the day, Yahoo Messenger. There used to be these chat groups. And I was just the same. I was like a virgin, you know, on these forums and the kind of abuse I got. But then with time, I thought to the back of my head, is it really worth spending the whole day and weeks and months keeping that what that person said in my heart?
If that were the case, why did you bring real life into the social media by some of the doxing that you've done? I'm not going to say you're responsible for all the doxing because I know there's other people.
Doxing? Should I tell you something?
Yeah.
You know,
Why did you cross it over?
I'll go from 8 because I need to eat, Jupiter. It always happens to me with this hangouts. I have a meal schedule, but I'll be quick, right? I'll briefly sum it up. There's only one person, right, that I genuinely doxed. Yeah, the rest, yeah, were just passovers. How can I explain it to you? You know, when you know, like, have you ever used Twitter?
No, I don't.
Okay, Facebook, like say Facebook, and you shared another person's post, right? So on that kind of narrative, I've done like, you know, someone's told me something, but the person I've genuinely doxed was Luca Brasi. Remember Luca Brasi? That vile guy that used to talk about dead kids and pedo comments. He attacked Easy. Remember Easy? Easy. He was making profiles and saying comments about Eazy-E's autistic son, right? I went out of my own way and I found out who Luca Brasi is. Just for Easy, I did that. That's the only time where I have gone out of my way to find someone, right? Secondly, in respect to Raspects, right? I came on Raspek's panel that day with Real. Remember when Real was doing his righteous shit and he apologized to Raspek and Jedi
yeah.
was on the panel? I was on that panel too. And I apologized to Raspek. I said, I'm sorry about that. You got it wrong. And he gave me the time to explain myself, right? I told Raspek in Hangouts, there's scum in Hangouts, in the deep, deep Hangouts, yeah. And they were doxing pictures of his family from his Twitter account and from his Facebook account, right? And I openly said I saw those images, but I didn't pass them and neither did Real. You understand? And he did not say anything to me, right? He
Okay.
just stayed
But
quiet.
why did you come on and talk about Vinny? Why did you bring Vinny's stuff up?
Because this Vinnie Sullivan, right? When we have debates on Real's panel, right? This guy, all he talks about is against Jews. And he you know, I dislike that. I hate when people are trying to turn minorities against minorities. So he's trying to win the Muslim vote by basically hating Jews, but he hates Muslims himself. And with Vinnie Sullivan, all I did was Google his name. And if you Google his name now, Vinnie Sullivan, you see his history. He was arrested. He was a stalker, and there was a clip of Danny Tomo. It was a private conversation which vanished, but it was played on the day, and Real did hear it. I posted it, where he's saying he wouldn't mind Danny Tomo's daughter being gang raped. I mean, you have to bring that up on someone. That is disgusting. You know what I mean? And over that, he's upset and he's saying, I'm going to find you, I'm going to harm you in this bullshit. I don't care. You understand? But you shouldn't be claiming to save the white race and white people and claim to be this activist when you're saying shit like you want a white girl to be a white child to be gang raped.
Right.
Come on,
So
man.
today, can you actually stand here and tell us what you actually stand for?
I stand for, to be fair, you want my real side, my real political beliefs.
Yeah, I want you to stand here today and stand by what you stand for. If you really say that everything that you've done, you did it for good reasons, which is debatable, but you're saying that it is, and some of the stuff you did was mistakes, I want to know who the real Afghan is then. So come on, something
You
that
don't
we
be
can.
right. Okay,
Huh?
I am politically center. You could say I'm center. I like a bit of left wing views such as the NHS, but I also like some right wing views such as family values, conservatism, social conservatism, you could say. But I don't like. I don't know because I don't have any feelings, Jupiter, at all, man. And I think I learned this from my experience in Afghanistan. Is when I came back, after seeing death and destruction and pressure and trauma, I just don't have feelings, honestly, for anyone. You know what I mean? It's like I would talk about Raj and that, but I won't have any feelings about it. I don't get emotion. You know what I mean? But when I see people literally being hypocrites, I love to bring it up. That's
Okay,
just
so
how I am.
if you've got no feelings, do you think that other people's feelings should be ignored? Because to a certain extent, I kind of agree. Free speech shouldn't bring emotion into it. You should be able to talk how you want to talk, but you can't. A lot of what you say is not free speech, Afghan. A lot of what you say is hate speech.
Yeah, but how is it hate speech? What have I said about Muslims?
Don't get me started. There's loads you
Okay,
said.
shall we start with the Muslim issue? Yeah, I'll be brief because I have to go in 5 minutes. It's been wonderful talking. But with Muslims, right? Every day, right? I got hate and abuse from them through Hangouts, calling my dead deceased brother. Right? Remember, my brother was murdered just like how Lee Rigby was murdered. Right? And Lee Rigby, for you, even though you're not related to him, he means a lot to you, doesn't he? He was brutally murdered, unacceptably in his own soil. That was my brother, right? So it hurts me more when people write stuff like, "Can I order 3 spare ribs, Afghan dead brothers flavor, please?" Kebab man. They were just making memes about my dead brother. They were making accounts of my dead brother, right? So I mention their prophets, I mock their Islam, and they get upset. It was just my defense mechanism. You know what I mean? I never came on these panels.
Hold on. You said you don't feel anything. You're dead inside. You've got no emotions because of everything that happened.
For
And now
family,
you're saying,
for
that you did feel things and that
because
you got offended.
no, you don't understand is I don't have feelings for other people because of the fact of the way I would lived in Afghanistan, where I lived and trusted a certain group of people and a certain society and culture.
Yeah, so that makes your character a danger to society.
How is it a danger to society?
Because if you've got no feelings for other people and you can't show empathy and you can't understand a lot of stuff when it comes to people's feelings, then you are
I don't bother with I
because if you can't feel for other people, what's to stop you being a murderer or a rapist or anything?
no. This is the thing you must understand is that I don't interact with people and I keep myself to myself. I
No,
have feelings to my family, and that's what matters to me.
you
My
don't think
family and
yourself,
well,
do
let me
you?
finish. I'm saying my family are the most important thing to me. They're the ones I have a social, emotional attachment to. Other people are nothing to me. But that does you can't put a scenario in that I'm a danger and I'm going to be a murderer. I would never harm. I won't even harm an animal. First of all, I would harm no one. I wouldn't harm anyone.
So all
You
the death
understand?
threats you made online and what you've said about going to Speaker's Corner on the 30th is all lies.
First of all, I am going to go. And secondly, I never said I'm going to beat anyone up.
Well, you kind of did. You told you told Raj that he's going to be scared of you, and you said a lot of stuff to Raj. I think you don't remember what you said to him, but you kind of did.
The thing is, right, I gave him conditions which are reasonable. If someone waves a camera near my face, right, like following my face, literally, like you could say 10 centimeters away, or if they nudge me, you know what a shoulder barge is? Nudge, yeah?
Yeah.
I will defend myself. But I never said I'm going to punch someone. I said I'm going to take the towel off the head. You know what I mean? So that is reasonable defense in my eyes. But I never said I'm coming to beat up anyone. My family members are coming for tourist purposes. Tourists, not terrorists. Tourists. They want to see London, but they are big, chunky guys who fight for a living. So it's common sense. If I'm physically attacked, they're gonna jump in. But I've never said I'm going there for the intentions of physically beating someone up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're entitled to go there and say whatever you like. No one's going to say that you can't. Speaker's Corner is free speech. But you can't stand here and, well, you're not standing. You could be sitting for all I know because I can't see you. But to be here online and make out that everything is pretend and that you separate the two is not quite true because you have mixed up. You have gone into people's private lives. You have said things on streams that are really, really disgusting and vile. And you have even insulted your own religion because you now say you're a Muslim. You have insulted that. It doesn't make sense to me, Afghan. It doesn't make sense to me that also you're of the belief that you can just become Muslim and all your sins are wiped away. I mean, who are you? Who says that? Only God. If you
No,
believe
no.
in religion, only
It's in
God.
the Sharia. It's in the Sharia, Jupiter.
Yeah,
It
but who
says in the
gave that?
Sharia.
Well, if it says it in the Sharia, that's quite amusing to me.
No, I think
Because
it's 3 days
as
you have
far
to
as I
repent.
understand, all religions, yeah, only God can judge in all
Yeah.
religions.
But I can't. God can't speak to me now, can he? It's going to be on the day of judgment where I will be judged. But the point is, look, right, you know me, Jupiter. I've had an on-off relationship with Islam, right? I've left many times and returned, right? But the problem I have with Islam is the followers. Islam, in my eyes, can be a wonderful religion, but the followers are so fucking stupid and idiotic and low IQ that they make me dislike it even more. Do you understand? Look at them. Look what they do, right? They're in England, right? And they're talking about you this, you're that. This is our street. This is our rules. That's not Islam. Islam is your private personal belief. You shouldn't be inflicting it on people with your Sharia patrols, posting beheading videos, i.e., M stacks is a perfect example, and mocking your own other people, other Muslims who are not doing anything. You understand? That's why I left and went back. But I'm doing my last effort now. I'm reading it. I'm not getting advice from people. But this is my final attempt to going back to Islam, because Muslims make Islam look bad. I'm telling you right now. Islam, if you look at the history of Islam, forget about the conquest, the slavery, whatever. It was a very beautiful hierarchical religion. People had roles, they had law and order. You understand? But Muslims themselves have divided that religion. They've become scholars themselves, and now they're killing one another over stupidity. That's why. It's got nothing to do with I hate Islam. I hate Muslims. They're fucking stupid. They've insulted their religion with their fuckery. I've seen it in Afghanistan, Jupiter. I've seen people in the name of Allah blow up mosques, shoot little kids. You know what I mean? When you start seeing that shit on a daily basis, it kind of makes you want to ask God, does he really exist? But I'm making the attempt now with the support of my wife, yeah, especially, because she's a devout Muslim. She doesn't wear like hijabs and that, but she does pray, and she's helping me out here, because obviously I got mental health issues as well in that regard. I may have some minor post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety or whatnot, but I'm trying, you know. But people drag me down, and I deserve it now and then, because some people bring up old shit, and it just triggers me into this demonic state.
Yeah, but if I was to say to you that I find your words disingenuous, I don't believe you because of your track record, what would you say to that?
That's fine. That's your opinion. I'm not going to strangle you with chick wire.
You're funny.
Yeah, I can't force you, man. Come on, be real, Jupiter. You know what I mean? You have an opinion. How can you? Can I grab a spade and just open your skull and take it out of your brain like jelly? She should have that opinion. Everyone's right to their own opinion. Have a right to their own opinion.
Everyone is right. Does have a right to their own opinion. I agree with you. And you're right. You can change people's perceptions, but not immediately. Not immediately. And in some cases, do you even want to? Because there's people on the internet that judge me, don't know me, and I couldn't give a toss what they think.
No. You can't look right. This, you know, when you start getting triggered over people's personal beliefs to the point where you want to physically strangle them, so it just pops out of their mouth into the thin air. That's where you need to really self-assess yourself and think that not everyone is the same. You understand? Everyone has an opinion, and you can't change people's thoughts and processes.
Yeah, no, and people's opinions do change and progress and change up and down.
Yo.
Hold on a minute, please. Hold on a minute, please. I'm going to let you talk.
Nah, there's no hanging on, man. We ain't got time for you, Jupiter, man.
But Afghan, when you
shut your mouth, man, you old hag, man. Shut up, man.
When you go out of your way to dox people or go into people's
you're
private,
no different, man. You're both the same.
Right?
How you talking?
When
How are you standing on the court and trying to scrutinize someone else when you're no different yourself, man? Be quiet for a second and let someone else speak from the outside, innit? You feel me? So be quiet, Jupiter, man. You old